Let's cook, let's have some fun. Whipping up the best. Oh yeah. Plates full of yum. Plates full of yum. Oh yeah. Rockies by the stove. Bestest boy. Tail wags to the beat of the pan's hot sizzle. Laughing over cocktails. Drink more's the pour. Shake it up, mix it well. Frosty mugs are fun. Every bite's a hit, a flavored ride. Stacked high, come get you some. Drinks got the tunes. Turn it up, shake the room. Blasting from the speakers. Oh yeah. Feel that groove. Rocky's on the idle watchful eye. In Dana's realm. Grill marks tuned to perfection. Hear them sing. So try and season. Taste buds ignite. Shade of love. Grab your plate. Take your seat. Join the feast. It's a culinary show in Dana's retreat. Mouths watering, eyes so wide. Can't wait. Every flavor's a journey, a delicious ride. Rockies by the door. Loyal pup, hoping for a taste. A little luck. Dana's on fire, turn it up. The queen of the kitchen's wild. Pots and pans in harmony, like a symphony compiled. Serving up a storm, joy in every bite. Come and taste. With Rocky wagging more beneath the neon lights. Rocking out with spatulas, we're flipping fun tonight. With drink more pouring magic, every glass is just right. Shaking up, stirring pots. Dana's on a roll. She's got it going on. Feast your eyes, delight your soul. Come on, sing along. Crank the heat, let's celebrate. It's party time. It's party time. Flavors mingle, senses elevate. It's showtime.
I'm just following him.
Turn on Twitch, let's have some fun. Dana's kitchen has begun. She's whipping up the very best with bartender, drink more, cook less. He's the tech guy, Robbie, Randy, Roy. Rocky is the bestest boy. The food is great, come grab a plate. The show's starting, so don't be late. Dana's kitchen.
Ooh, you could make pita dough.
I look ridiculous.
Hi. Robbie's throwing some tech stuff at me, so I'm a little like, what? What's going on? Hey, everybody, how are you doing today? I wasn't sure I was going to make it today. I wasn't feeling great this morning, but here we are. And I actually even came up with a menu. Who knew? I felt like scallops. It's been a while, and everything. And I see Zula's first, and Andy must be in the house. Hello, Andy. You're here. Woo! Hi, Andy. Yeah, so here we go. Did we get blackout curtains? No, it's that dark outside because storms are a-coming. It's raining a little bit, but we got some storms. We think we'll keep our electricity and internet on because we really haven't lost it other than one little blip.
She's really tempting fate.
Tempting fate.
But if it goes out, we'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes.
Yes, probably. Unless we're not. So yeah, it's really dark outside. We have just been in this since about the beginning of May, where we are getting these storms. It's not just like rain where it's cloudy. It is dark with lightning and thunder and looking like it's night outside. I mean, yesterday I worked, and my office that I do therapy in has windows on two sides, and we had all the lights on in the room, and it was still really dark in the room. And then it started hailing. So that's been the weather here for the last about 6 weeks. It's been crazy. Rocky is nice and cozy, I think. He's quiet. We don't know where he is. He's hopefully not getting into trouble because he's been a little bit of a troublemaker. Hello, C Films. I'm doing great. How are you doing? So that's where we are. I did get out and get my what I call unicorn color nails on, which is fun. So I got out before it started raining and I did that. And I'm getting ready to go to Florida, woo woo, which means next weekend I will not be streaming. So there is that. Hello, Rivermead. Hello. Oh, are you looking at what that is? Food Fight. So Food Fight is coming up on Tuesday. It'll be 5:30 Central, and we have got Dinner with Mom and Kanara battling it out, and Darth will be here. So it'll be a big party right here, 5:30 Central on Tuesday. We're going to be raising money on that day. You can sabotage. You could just watch and cheer people on or give them trouble, whatever you want. But if you want to sabotage them or if you want to help them, you can do that by donating to their two favorite charities. Dinner with Mom is doing the Trevor Project, and Kanara is doing the American Red Cross. So that is what we're doing on Tuesday. So yay, yeah, Darth will be here. Can you sabotage Robbie? I will absolutely allow that, Andy. I will allow it. I don't know how you're going to sabotage him, but feel free to make him stand in front of the camera with a funny hat on. I don't know. Or press buttons with oven mitts.
It's your
It'll
show.
be fun. How are we going to do it? I don't know. Anyways, if you don't know what Food Fight is, it is a bracket-style tournament that Darth and I did last year. We had so much fun. We're doing it again. The winner, the grand prize winner, is going to get a trophy. Everybody gets money towards their organizations. The winners of each round in the first bracket is the winner. Their charity will get an additional $50 from an anonymous donor. From the semifinals, they'll get an extra $100, and the grand prize winner will get $150 towards their favorite charity. So, woo, we love that. And what else do I need to say about Food Fight? It'll be Tuesdays, mostly around 5:30. We've had to shift the times a little bit because most people have other jobs and we have to kind of work around them. We're at least all in roughly the same time zones. We've got, what is it past Eastern?
Atlantic?
The Atlantic time. So yes, we've got a newer streamer, Yannicki, and she is up in Canada. So when she is on, which won't be until I think June 25th, that is all the way. I'm pointing as if it's that way, and it's not. In my house, it's actually more that way. Is that right? She like that direction?
Sure.
I'm just making things up. I don't know. I think she's about that direction. Yeah, to the Pacific coast. Because last time we had to incorporate Australian time, but we made Teeds get up early because we don't really care. Teeds can get up early. Does Kanara have a Dana's Kitchen mug? I do not believe she has a Dana's Kitchen mug. She does have an apron from us, but she doesn't have a mug. So we got that going. So that'll be fun. And tonight we're going to be making some scallops because I was really in the mood. I haven't made scallops in a long time. And we're going to do something fun. Usually I do that with like risotto or rice. And today we're going to actually do a more southern-y style. So we're going to do a like a creamed corn on the bottom and then have our scallops, and I'm actually going to make some corn fritters, and I'm going to attempt to make a cilantro lime crema to go with that, but I'm really shy of cilantro. I didn't pick any up today, so we're going to do our best that we can. It'll still be delicious. And there's Fajita Phantom. Hello, hello. So we're going to get chopping. Let's get chopping and do that. So the first thing I'm going to chop is my corn. We're going to use both frozen corn and fresh corn. And my favorite way to chop corn is to do this. Take a big bowl, take another bowl, put it inside your bowl, take your corn. I've already prepped it because I hate shucking corn. And then I can't say I hate it. I mean, I really need to be more grateful that like I can get corn, right? And then you do this, and because you know, like when you try to slice this and like corn goes everywhere. If you've ever tried to do this, yeah, this prevents it from going everywhere, which is awesome. I wish I had known this about 20 years earlier, because I made many, many messes trying to cut corn off the cob. Mainly because I had a kiddo who really didn't like corn on the cob. Robbie doesn't really like corn on the cob, but you like corn, right?
I do.
But not really popped
Growing up
corn.
in Nebraska, Dana.
You know, I know. Growing up on a farm in Nebraska. He didn't grow up on a farm in Nebraska, but I tease him about it. His mother grew up on a farm in Nebraska with all 9 of her siblings.
And a lot of corn.
And a lot of corn. A lot of fresh food. Kennard, to receive the prize you won. Oh, to send items to the UK. It's actually not expensive because they actually make stuff. If I do it through my place, they actually have places all over the world, and so they just make it at the closest place to you and ship it to you. So I'm only paying for really local shipping at that point. But if you would like Kennard to have it, I can certainly send it to Kennard, because I'm glad you said something, because I forgot to say. I haven't done that yet. But do I have the address? Do you have the address?
I think we still need an address from
Ah.
Andy.
So, all right. I'm only going to, where am I going? Do that. We're going to grate some of this corn because we're making creamed corn. So we want some of that corn to be something, Robbie. We want it to be something. What am I trying to say? Like not whole kernels, right? Because it's creamed corn.
So you're going to cut each of these kernels in half?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I am going to throw this in here, though, into a smaller cup here.
Instant popcorn?
Is that like instant popcorn? Is that like just opening a bag and it's already popped? All right, let's see here. We're going to stick that over there because I'm going to use that to make the fritters in. And I need to grate this corn. Actually, we'll grate that into here, and then I'll put it in another thing. And then we'll use this bowl because we'll use frozen corn maybe for our fritters. All right.
Oh, Andy, and that's nothing compared to what we've had this week. It's been very windy at times. We might even hear it on the mics if it gets crazy.
It's just a mess in the neighborhood. Like tree limbs are down. Whole trees came down in our neighborhood. I'm getting corn everywhere, Robbie. This is not working the way I want it to.
So instead of Slider-palooza, it's Corn-palooza?
Corn-palooza.
Rocky's somewhere. I wonder if he's upstairs.
If he's upstairs, he's getting into trouble probably. He's not sitting outside in the rain, is he? He will sit outside in the rain, not this heavy though. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we're fine. This is not unusual for Texas. We're good. Nothing's going to happen to the house. I do worry my youngest is out and about at DreamHack announcing games. I'm actually going to do some of this too, get some of this extra off of here. We'll just do it all. We don't need a lot. It's just Robbie and I eating tonight. We did last night. So have I told you guys that we're doing a thing with restaurants, trying to go to new restaurants. We're using the alphabet and trying to do, we're not going in order. We're just trying to get all 26 letters with new restaurants. It's honestly a game I have to play with Robbie. It makes it easier for him to make decisions because he's like, oh, we don't have this yet. Let's make this. Is he in the laundry room? No? You haven't found him?
Not yet.
Is he in my office?
Nope.
Huh? He's not in my office? Interesting. We've lost Rocky, everybody. We've lost him. He's gone. He's gone. Zach the Somniac. Topped with some feta cheese. That's an op. We could do that. I do have feta cheese. I was, this is not for our corn fritters yet. This is going to be for our creamed corn or corn puree-ish. It's probably more like a creamed corn because I want some whole kernels in there. So we're just going to grate some of it, and we've chopped some of that off. And right now I'm just getting all of the things ready so that when we start cooking, we still have hot food to eat. Did you find him? Oh, we still haven't found Rocky. Interesting. Maybe he's under the couch. Sometimes he goes under the couch. I don't know how he fits under the couch, I'll be honest with you. Somehow he makes himself small enough. Well, he has to be somewhere. We only worry because we don't know what trouble he's getting into. Did you lock him into our room maybe accidentally? Because he will. He's been a pain in the butt. In the mornings, he hasn't done this for the longest time, but lately this week he's been getting on the tables and taking the pens and pencils and chewing them, which makes a huge mess. I'm hearing a beeping. Interesting. Who knows what that beeping is? What could that beeping be? All right. So there we go. There is some of our corn. For our creamed corn. And since we're going to use frozen corn for the fritters, I don't have to do anything with that except take it out. I'm going to put it in a colander and let it start thawing out. So you can see the sky getting lighter. It is, but it is pouring down rain right now.
Found him.
Is he under the couch?
He is under the couch.
There we go. He doesn't really like storms, so he'll usually hide somewhere. Unless we're sitting on the couch watching TV. Then he might sit between us. You know, to keep himself safe, because it's really safe where we are.
Oh, she's using the towel again.
You're making meatloaf sliders with a mango habanero barbecue sauce and sweet potato pancakes. That sounds delicious, Zach. Last Sunday, we made 6 different sliders here, but it took us forever, and Robbie was really hungry. So, weren't you? You were really hungry, right?
The only one I didn't like was the mushroom one.
That's because you took a bite from the wrong part of it.
I did it wrong.
You did it wrong, exactly.
But all of the other 5 were very, very good.
I still have some onions that I've cut up in these. I'm going to use these today. We're going to, I need some that are sliced, right? I need
megabytes.
Thinly sliced and half diced. Okay, so this one is going to be megabytes. Hello. I know scallops. All right, so these are already sliced. Look at that. See how fast I am? We need some jalapeno. So, but we need it minced rather than sliced. So we're going to take our jalapeno here and mince it. I'm trying to use stuff, since I'm going out of town, I'm trying to use up all the food because I know Robbie's not going to cook while I'm gone.
You have never been more correct.
He may go buy a TV dinner, but he won't actually cook while I'm gone. He'll probably just eat burgers and pizza while I'm gone. What do you think you will eat while I'm gone? Because there's not that many leftovers. Usually there's so many leftovers when I leave town.
Ever made mac and cheese? Best leftover mac and cheese quesadillas.
Oh, mac and cheese. You know, we once here, Robbie decided to make a macaroni and cheese milkshake, which I did not eat.
I feel like you're not giving the full context of the story, Dana.
Okay, what's
I
the
was
full?
more or less dared into it.
No, nobody was here daring you. Only somebody in chat dared you, and you decided to take them up on that dare.
And as disgusting as that milkshake was, I still finished it.
I know, you're ridiculous.
The flavor was fine. It was the
It
texture
was
that was
such a
pretty
waste
bad.
of ice cream. Such.
Which is why I had to eat it.
Robbie's like, I'm not wasting ice cream.
Ice cream is too precious. And yeah, it's pretty dark and stormy here.
All right, we've got our jalapeno minced. I know I've got to also dice some red tomatoes. Do I need it for both of them? No, I only need it for one. Or did this have it in the crema? Let me see.
So Dana, are you happier with the tunes today?
I mean, so far, they're not crazy like
It's
the.
supposed to be more 80s-ish. Just
Well, I mean,
for
I
you.
love the 80s. I am an 80s child.
Ranch flavored ice cream doesn't count as ice cream. You are correct.
That I could waste. I could waste that. And that looks fine. Okay. Apartment lights kicked on outside. Yeah, I think our outside lights are on too. You know what I'm really excited about, Robbie, is that, oh, we still haven't done the inside one, but we got that outside timer put on for the outside lights. Because nobody ever remembered to go into the garage and turn them off, so they were always on.
So what do you think about that for a mac and cheese shake?
On sweet ricotta or cheesecake for the mac and cheese shake. That's a good idea.
Sounds a lot better than what we ended up with. I don't even think Dana tried it.
I did not. I have some sense in me.
For
That's
those
what
of
it
you
is.
that were around when Teeds was in town with Darth and they made that egg contraption thing,
Oh my God, that
Darth
was
took
terrible.
one bite and I was supposed to be next and I was just like, yeah, no.
And Darth started like gagging.
I think I'll skip my turn.
All right, what else do I need? I know I need some tomatoes diced. I think this one's older over here, so we're going to use that one. I'm going to dice these. I'm going to need more bowls. That's what's going to need to happen here.
Sorry, Hippie took the rest.
I mean, he would steal them from me, I know. All right, let's get this stuff out of here. I don't need all that extra stuff in there. Is that Rocky coming out of his...
He has reemerged.
He has reemerged. I can always hear him because I don't, again, our couch isn't that high off the ground, but somehow he is able to contort his body to go underneath there. He has ruined the bottom of that couch and every chair because he would try to climb up inside of them, so he would tear all the fabric off.
He was nesting.
It was definitely like nesting, yep.
See, that sounds much better, Zach.
What? brown sugar and cinnamon. Somebody dared him, so he did what the dare was. I just think I would leave macaroni and cheese out of a dessert. That is my preference right there. All right.
Yeah, I'm still not sure which was worse, the ranch ice cream or the mac and cheese milkshake.
Well, thankfully, I will never have to make that decision because I just can go with ranch ice cream. Really is not good.
Because the flavor of the ranch ice cream is just terrible.
Terrible.
But the texture of the mac and cheese milkshake was so bad.
I'm sure the taste wasn't awesome either.
I'd rather have that than the ranch.
So if I bought more ranch ice cream, and I said, Robbie, you must have either this or I'll make you a macaroni and cheese shake.
Well,
you would take the shake.
Can I make the mac and cheese shake now with Zach's suggestions?
No.
Oh. Would have dared me to make candied jalapenos.
Candied jalapenos are awesome, man.
That would have been yummy.
Yeah. We've, one of my favorite things when we're having like barbecue and stuff is like cowboy candy that is jalapenos, and then depending on who's making it, you might get other things in there as well, and that is just so yummy. You can tell one of these is way riper than the other. None of my tomatoes are ready on my plants, and I think I'm going to lose my zucchini plant because this rain is just breaking all of it. The leaves on that and stuff are so tender. It just keeps breaking them. So that really sucks.
Well,
if I do it next year,
last couple days it's been hail on top of that.
I know. So I think next year if I do it, if I decide to try one more time, I'm going to need to cover them somehow. You know?
It definitely got dark again.
That.
Look at that window.
Yeah, we got some stuff moving through. One of the towns that we were in last weekend, that same day that we were there, that night they got hit by a really bad tornado. All right. I need scallions.
Yeah, Dana loves experimenting with the recipes and stuff. She'll make something once and then try to kind of make it her own. And
Well, and sometimes I'm like, no. And I'm like, that's not, we're not doing it
you're
that
like,
way.
we're calling it an audible.
Because too many times have I gone with something that my spidey senses go, that's not going to work. And so I've gone ahead and said, well, we're going to go ahead and go with it. And then it turns out wrong. And I'm like, see, I knew it. I knew it. All right, so I need to chop these. And it said 4, and I've only got 2.
Candied salmon.
It's actually better than you think it is.
Whenever you see a cooking TikTok, yeah, Kanara wants to get streaming on TikTok to start righting those wrongs.
Some of the things I'm like, that would not work. And some of them I'm like, you're either a parody account or you just want people to waste food. I don't know. But Kanara, a couple of years ago, she actually did, but maybe it was last year, she did a month where one day a week she would try to recreate some of the TikTok things. And I think only one of the recipes she tried, she said, turned out the way it's supposed to.
Because I think a lot of them, she's like, there's no way this is the recipe they used.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's no way. And I agree with her. All right, I was supposed to have 4 of these, so I'm gonna.
I think it's actually gotten darker outside.
Definitely that direction it has. All right, my cilantro is sad. What I've got left. I wish I would have.
That was a face.
That's weird. All right. Let's see, we'll take that one off. We'll get some more. Are these just supposed to be, well, think I may take these out and chop them down a little bit since they're going into the fritters. I don't want big chunks of scallions in my fritters. Chopping is so cathartic. So good for your mental health, unless you cut yourself.
I was going to say, as long as you don't cut yourself.
Or if it's not Robbie who gets very frustrated.
I'm just have
Yeah, let's
accepted
do
the
this.
fact that my knife cuts will never be even.
Well, they would if you would practice more often.
And that Chef
I have
Ann
faith. I have faith in you.
and yourself will always be unhappy with the quality of my work.
Well, I'm glad we got out yesterday to go do something, Robbie. Yesterday, Robbie and I went to Top Golf. Has anybody ever done that?
Let's see, Megabytes, I'll also just keep practice eating. That, and I'll stay on this side of the screen.
You will. You'll practice eating. With me, whenever you see a TikTok. Yes. Cooking TikToks. So interesting. All right, let's see if I've got all of the things I need. My lime, I can zest and juice. Do we have lime juice in here or are we out? Because I think you were making stuff with lemon juice the other. No, there is a whole thing of lime juice. Robbie, the other day when you said we have no lime juice, there's a whole brand new one in there.
Are you sure you didn't get that afterwards?
I am positive because I haven't bought lime juice
Or maybe I was just trying to finish off the lemon juice, Dana. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was
in
trying
your
to throw you.
in your special made up drink with rum.
Hey, that drink was fabulous. You're welcome.
You didn't even try it.
I did later.
You did? I don't think you did.
Because
think
I could
that's a
totally
lie.
taste the,
Elderflower.
yeah, which I'm actually not a fan of.
I love elderflower, but only in the right cocktails. And in that one, I don't like it with citrus. So there's
Yep.
that.
It had probably
It
been
was
a good,
fun, but you don't know if you do it again.
at least a year or two since we had been.
And I had gift cards for it, so we were like, that would be a cheap night out because I had like over $100 in credit there. And they have a game that was kind of fun because you got points even if you didn't hit any of the targets, which meant that I won almost every game.
Until the end when I was rushing, and then
Well, I didn't play that round,
well,
so yes, you
you
won.
weren't going to beat that score.
What?
You weren't going to beat that score. There's no way.
I beat every one of your other scores, except for the one where you accidentally hit one of mine.
Pictures or it didn't happen, Dana. That's what I'm going to say.
I have pictures. Would you like me to?
Sure. 'cause
Share them with
'cause I don't believe you.
Yeah, it definitely helps. It's not someplace we would go every week, but I think it's normally every other time I've gone, it's been with a big group of people. So you're kind of visiting and playing, and even a couple of those times was like one was a work time. I think one time for you was a work event, and then you don't have to pay for it either. So, but when you have to pay for it yourself, and there's only two of you, yeah.
Yeah, she was stuck with
Yeah.
just me.
I know. It was such a bummer. All right, I'm going to see how much I can get out of this cilantro. I'm going to even use the stems to maximize the amount I get out of this. But I'm going to go through here first and get, oh, ugh, ugh. Wait, there's dirt on this. I washed that before I used it.
Those aren't the sounds we want to be hearing when you're trying to make food. That.
Yeah, let me get,
That.
let's make sure we get the ugly pieces out of here. And the dirt. Why was there dirt in there? I mean, I wasn't real happy with the cilantro selection the last couple of times. Let's clean it off of there. Don't want dirt in our food. It's kind of like if you have grit in your scallops, it's nasty. All right. And then another bowl. Look, I'm using all the bowls, Robbie. Aren't you excited? If you're new here, Robbie is the dishwasher, tech guy, sous chef, dog wrangler, door locker, logistical elevation technician.
I wonder when the people are brand new and you just ramble off all those things. They think you're just randomly.
Yeah, if you're here long enough, you'll hear me say it multiple times. So they're just the jobs as we started. Like he started off just doing dishes and doing the tech stuff, and as time has gone on, his jobs have increased. Sherpa, chauffeur. All right.
Hopefully
That's
I'll have
not the
everything
prettiest looking cilantro.
ready by
but-
Tuesday for you, Dana.
All right, so this is supposed to have red pepper diced, but you know what? I have some green bell pepper already diced, so I like red bell pepper better, but since I've already got green bell pepper, we're gonna use that. Because again, we are trying to use up the food that we have here. I think that's mushroom in there from dicing the mushrooms. All right, the other night. So there's that. So we did Topgolf, and then we went to dinner, and we got our Q restaurant, and the food was pretty good. It was an Italian restaurant, and we thought the food was good. I'm always impressed with a place that can dress a salad properly and not give you like 8 gallons of dressing on it. Because I think you even enjoyed it.
Would you like some salad with your dressing, Dana?
You want some dressing and then some lettuce, a little lettuce. No, this was perfect, and even Robbie loved it. And then we walked around and we found all these super cool restaurants in this area. One that has that you surf and have dinner. So yes, wear your bathing suit. And then you get in and they've got the pool and they surf. And we even saw like somebody will come in and hold your hands if you're new to surfing, because that would be me. Putt-putt and dinner. Cricket and dinner. So they have batting cages for cricket. What else?
There were indoor go-karts, but no dinner while you do that.
No dinner while you're doing go-karts. But I couldn't get Robbie to play. They had all sorts of fun video games too, and I couldn't get Robbie to do any video games with me because he's a fuddy-duddy. The dressing is the best part. I love dressing, but I don't want it to drown out. I don't want to just drink dressing. You know what I'm saying?
And even then, if they do that and then bring it to you right away, it's not that bad. It's if it's sat for a few minutes and it's all soggy and.
Yeah. Everybody's different. I used to ask for extra dressing on my salad when I was younger, but nowadays I'm like, give me salad with some dressing on it. No ranch. No ranch, says Fajita. Okay, so what am I gonna do next? I'm gonna make my sauce first for the fritters, because that can go into the refrigerator. And I think I need to get rid of I'm just gonna put this out here because we're done with that. So that gets to go into the sink. And that one is going to be, I kind of have to go backwards. Sour cream, cilantro, lime juice, a little cumin and coriander, and some garlic.
Well,
I'm gonna cheat.
Really, Megabytes, that emote of the no ranch dressing exists because Andy would constantly try and suggest different ranch things for me to eat.
That is true.
So that was really just a.
After ranch soda, which is, believe it or not, worse than ranch ice cream.
Oh yes, no question. Ranch soda is by far worse. We didn't even finish that bottle between the two of us. It was so bad.
That's awful. All right, wait, let me shake this. This is fresh squeezed lime juice. I love my grocery store.
Well, if we ever get you over here, Megabytes, we can have a bottle of ranch soda ready to go
I'll
for
give you. There is a bottle of ranch sitting in the pantry. All right, what else do I need? I need lime juice.
And we'll also have something else that tastes better to wash it down with.
We'll get some cilantro in here. We need to save some. We need some salt, some cumin, some coriander, some garlic. All right, here is some garlic.
Would you say that you're at least glad you tried it, Dana?
What, the ranch soda?
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh.
That's one of the worst things I've ever tasted in my entire life. I would probably...
Awesome. Deal.
All right, we're putting some ground coriander in there. So we've got cilantro, which is actually coriander, and then we've got the seeds from the cilantro plant that are ground, and that's going in there.
But you've definitely got the right idea. It's the chugging type of soda. You would not want to sip to enjoy this.
Put it on a little ice. Put it in a little glass. Sip it and enjoy it. All right. Rocky is saving us from the wind and rain, if you can hear him in the background. All right, let's taste this. That's pretty good. I don't think it needs anything else. We're going to stick that in the refrigerator to keep it cold. All right. How about if we make our fritter dough? We're not going to make the fritters yet, but we'll make the dough for the fritters. And I think I said I was going to make it in here, but I'm going to make it in here. I lied. I'm going to make them gluten-free. I know Robbie's not probably terribly happy about that. And I'm going to check here because I'm sure it has me doing all of the dry ingredients and then doing the wet ingredients and adding them in. So we'll start with this. We're going to use a cup of flour. And if you're new here, I try to cook gluten-free as much as I can, only for me. Robbie, but occasionally I'll cook with gluten because Robbie doesn't really need the gluten-free. For me, I do it because inflammation. And for a lot of people, if you have problems with aches and pains, a lot of times it's gluten. And that is true for me. So I can have gluten, I will pay for it the next day. So for example, when Robbie and I went to Italy, totally worth paying for the gluten that we had. Although it didn't bother me.
I was going to say, it's also a different type of gluten over there, it seems.
I mean, gluten is gluten.
I know, but we had heard stories ahead of time that...
But the flour is processed different. All right, a teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to do about a teaspoon of kosher salt.
But not only that, Dana, the food was just all delicious.
Yes.
Like, we didn't have a single bad meal in 2 weeks.
No, there was no meal that I would have gone, won't ever go back there again. All right, we're doing about a teaspoon of paprika. We're going to do a little bit of sugar in here. If you're new here, I measure if I bake, but a lot of other things I don't measure.
She measures with her heart.
I measure with my heart. All right, so I've got that. Sugar. We need more coriander. Oh, this one's a lot. All right, so a lot of coriander is going in this. We're kind of doing a more southerny, not quite Mexican, but more southerny version of scallops tonight with everything that we're doing. All right, so this is going to get stirred up. And then in another vessel for Robbie to clean. Actually, he's been cleaning up the tech stuff. I have been. He has to admit doing the dishes afterwards.
Well, if it keeps raining like this, I'm just going to take everything outside.
Okay, sounds like a plan. We're going to need 2 eggs.
Fajita's like, good idea. And hopefully, all the dishes won't blow away.
That would, there have been things blown away. At least we got all the umbrellas down. All right.
Yep,
So
Dibs
2
is
eggs.
backing you up, Dana.
Huh? What is it? Said another time people from the U.S. that they haven't reacted to it. Yeah. It may be the type of wheat. And let the clouds take care of things. Yes. It is a good use of, oh, I got egg all over the cutting board.
Dana doesn't know her own strength.
That was a pretty watery egg right there.
Well, sure, when you just vaporize it by smashing it
No,
into
I mean
the
like
cutting
that's,
board.
you know, like when I do, I don't know if you know this, but like when I poach eggs, I put it in a little, not a colander, a strainer, and let kind of the liquidy whites drip out so that we're just using the more viscous whites in there, and you get prettier eggs. Wait a minute. I still have some on here. Doesn't matter, it's all getting washed and I think I'm done chopping. All right, so we got this. We're gonna do some milk in here.
Yeah, poaching's illegal, Dana.
Not eggs, you can poach all the eggs you want. It is okay. I need 3/4 of a cup. I'm actually gonna use a mix of, I've got some buttermilk here, and then I've got some whole milk, and the whole milk should be okay. Yes, it is.
If she smells it and it doesn't knock her out, she'll use it.
It's all good. But I wanted to use up the rest of that buttermilk because there wasn't very much left.
Hey there.
And who doesn't like buttermilk in their fritters? So, Wilson, hello. You love scallops. Me too. You're in the right place. Right now we're making our batter for our fritters. And then we need, let's see here, plant-based milk. No, we're not using that. We're going to use a little lime in here, a little bit of lime juice. So the lime zest. And if you didn't know this already, most of the flavor, you want the punch of the flavor of your citrus, it's going to be in the zest. That's where it's going to be. Okay, and then what else do I need? I need a couple tablespoons of lime juice. So we'll do that. So these are going to be zesty. Zesty. That was in my crossword puzzle the other day. Hello. Oh my gosh, 30 months. Holy cow. Hello, Alex from Under the Stone. Welcome in. And Pops is in the house. And Pops, thank you so much. I'm so happy you've been a part of this community for so long.
Yeah, some of these numbers now are just don't even sound real.
It feels weird, doesn't it? It feels weird. All right, so then what do I need to do? I need to
Hello, John.
corn bell pepper. What? John's here. Hello, John. How are you feeling? How's life treating you? Is it your was it your birthday recently, or is it like now? Like, when is your birthday?
Is it sometime this year, John?
John, are you having a birthday this year? All right, we're gonna make this batter for our fritters. And then we're gonna let it sit. That allows the flour to hydrate, which I want to happen.
John won season 1 of Food Fight.
He
for anyone
did. Yes, John, you know, Food Fight starts again on Tuesday. And I'm thinking, and Robbie is over here going, oh, I have more tech stuff, of having guest judges for the semifinals and finals.
I can't wait for Dana to set up that tech.
I am not the tech guy in this situation. All right, I could be putting cheddar cheese in here, but we're going to actually put in, because I'm trying to get rid of things that I've got. We're going to put in some mozzarella. This is low moisture mozzarella, which has its place in cooking. But I think with all these flavors, the cheddar cheese would be phenomenal.
I did not know
there.
that. Did you know that, Dana?
What? What did I know? Buttermilk is what you feed to pigs, but buttermilk in the U.S. is an enriched milk, where in the U.K. it's the liquid left over after making butter. I did not know that. You can even make like your own buttermilk by souring your milk with vinegar or lemon juice or some sort of acid. All right, we are going to throw in our scallions in here.
And megabytes, anytime. Just let us know.
You are more than welcome to come over.
Like last week would have been a really good one with 6 different sliders.
We had so much food. All right.
Or even the week before that with all the pizzas.
All All right, I just put in a couple tablespoons of jalapenos. We put in our chopped up scallions. I would have rather had red bell peppers, but what we've got are some green bell peppers that are gonna go in there. Because again, trying to clean out the fridge. So we wanna make sure that we've got that. And then how much corn does it want me to put in there?
John's gonna get on a plane to have some scallops.
Yes. I want you to come visit. You know you can stay with us, John. All right. Why am I taking that over there? That's a really good question. I'm glad you asked. I don't know.
Because you got too excited.
I did. I need to put some corn in these corn fritters. So I've got some frozen corn here. I want about 3 cups. This is 3/4 of a cup. So I'm what? 3/4 of a.
Absolutely, John. We can make that happen.
What can we make happen? Oh, we can make that happen. Actually, Robbie was playing with that the other day. He's like, how can we go see John and Bonsai and who's along the way? So like you were the end of the road. Or was Bonsai? I can't remember. Who's further? Who else is up there? Did I get lost in the sauce, perhaps? I'm not even drinking pizza.
Yet.
Oh, are you making me a drink?
It's early.
All right, so here we go. Here is our batter for our fritters, and we're gonna let that sit until we're ready to make it. All right, so that's gonna go over there. Wait, was I supposed to put tomatoes in there too, or is that for something? Oh no, that's for the creamed corn. Okay. I'm gonna stick that in there and stick that in there because I'm gonna need all of those things. Okay, so I got the batter made for that. I've got a list. And now we're gonna make our creamed corn. That's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so we are going to add, I'm gonna do the scallops. Oh, you know what I need to do? I forgot I have to make some pickled onions. So let me do that next. I would totally forget to do that. We're gonna put, so we're gonna make our pickling liquid real quick first, and then pour that over our red onions here. All right, so we're gonna put some red wine vinegar in here, and a little sugar, a little salt. Super simple. You can't get more simpler pickling than this. Hello, imposter. How are you? Oh, like I was making the batter of the sauce. When you're in here a little bit, you'll know that that's not probably what we mean if we're talking about it. All right. And then we need some salt in there. So let's add some salt. And there we go. You got some military MRE food things. Sounds delicious. Not really. I know they're better than they used to be. You're culturally identical, even though not in the same division as the NHL. Did you know the Stars won their conference? Is it conference? Conference. And the Mavs won. And the Cowboys, how'd the Cowboys do? I gotta look like this. So it is just pouring buckets of rain outside. Buckets and buckets and buckets. It's day here, but it doesn't look like it when you look out the window, does it? Let's see. Your exam is coming up in 2 weeks. Get your trade papers. It's scary, but scary in an exciting way, right? Right? You've got to be up early. Okay, we will see you on Tuesday. Andy, thanks for stopping by. Is it hailing? It's not hailing here yet. I don't know if it's moving more towards you or if it's moving towards us, but we got that. Darth! There we go. Darth is in the house. Can somebody please give a shout out? Do we give a shout out to John? All right, so we got a shout out to John. By the way, I don't recommend people that I wouldn't recommend. Like, I don't just go, hey, everybody go everywhere. I might say, give them a follow, check them out. Go follow John. John is awesome. Go follow Darth. Darth is awesome. And Darth and I will be doing Food Fight on Tuesday, 5:30 Central. Are you going to be ready at 6:30, Darth? So, yep, it's a Darth. It's rigged. So, here we are. I'm going to be making some scallops here in a little bit, but I got to pickle my my onions first. Some of these are a little big. I don't want those. I want smaller onions. These are leftover onions. And I don't know if that's going to be enough pickling liquid for it, but we're going to try. It's hot outside. You know what, before it started raining here, it was like walking into a sauna when you walked outside. Ask Robbie, he was walking in it. All right, there we go. Pickling liquid on our onions. It seems like an odd thing, but we're going to do it. Okay. What's next? Do you know? Let's make some creamed corn. Now it's time to make creamed corn. All right. We're going to put a little oil in this pan. I'm going to give you the right camera, too, so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. And we're going to heat that, and we're going to add our other red onion, the rest of our red onion. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's already on. I forgot to turn it off. That never happens. So we'll get our red onions in there. And now that Robbie has cleaned the sink out for me, I'm going to put something else in it. So what are we going to do here? We're going to add that. Then we're going to add the corn kernels. I like to put things in order here. And then, I need to open, we're going to add some evaporated milk. And I'm not going to add in quite as much as the recipe calls for, because I'm not using quite as much corn. Let's see here. I can add some of that frozen corn to my fresh corn. Let's do that. We'll just say 1, 2, there we go. Then I've used up corn. Yay! Boop, boop, boop. You're getting dime-sized hail. Still don't see any hail here, so I'm crossing my fingers.
We did get a bunch 2 different times yesterday. I'm mute.
Oh, what did you say?
But we got hail at 2 different times yesterday, so
Yeah.
we'll share.
The hail was so loud in my office. I was talking to my client, and I was like, so! Very loud. Very loud. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, Darth, next time you come, we found a restaurant where you can surf and eat. Like, get in a pool and surf and have dinner. Or putt-putt. Or cricket.
Yeah, Darth, you would have been going crazy
So much stuff.
last night.
Indoor golf go-karts that had like neon lights around it, and then
And the track was on 3 different levels.
yeah, the track was multiple levels, and then lots of video games, including games from the 80s on these gigantic screens, VR stuff. And this Nimrod wouldn't do any of it with me. The racetrack is pretty cool.
I said I wanted to wait for Darth.
So he likes you more than me. I hate it here. All right, now we're going to add our corn. Don't worry, we're going to get to scallops. And actually, after I make this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the scallops out and get those down on some paper towels so they're really dry. So we get a nice sear on them when we cook them. So we'll do that after we're done with this. All right, so after I do that, evaporated milk and the grated corn. So there's our grated corn. See? And then what else are we going to put in there? Okay.
Darth's like, I already knew it.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad you can get some notes down. I think there's even an emote for that. That Robbie worked really hard on this emote. He was like, I need Rocky writing notes down. All right, cook.
Well, I don't know the last time you tried to get him to pose for an emote picture, but it took a while to get him to hold the pencil on the clipboard just
did
right.
it to get the picture? I do have that really cute picture with the dog toy that is a cookbook and my matching actual cookbook. And we're sitting in the chair together and he looks cute. You wouldn't know he was a gigantic troublemaker.
He has his moments. As he's curled up on the couch, just like, please make the storms go away. I'll be a good boy.
No, he won't. He's a big old liar. He's been stealing my pens and my pencils.
Well, in his defense, you're the ones that's leaving it out in the house.
He hasn't bothered them for the
for him to
longest
find.
time. Isn't it annoying when your animal, you're like, okay, they're finally trained. They're not annoying my stuff. And then they do. Don't you hate that? All right, we got that going. And then pickled onion and liquid with tomatoes, basil, parsley. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading out loud. I read it all, and then I forget. I actually need to chop some parsley. This is not parsley. This is basil. Robbie.
Dana.
Why are you calling it parsley? This actually came from my garden, so it smells amazing. If you ever need basil and you're in the area, I have volunteer basil. I have to actually get rid of basil because there's so much of it.
Did you let know, Darth, what's in the pan?
Oh, did Darth ask? I'm ignoring him. So I'm making creamed corn in the pan. We're going to be doing some scallops. So instead of having rice or something like that underneath our scallops, we're going to do this creamed corn, and we're going to make these spicy corn fritters. And we have a lime cilantro crema to have with the fritters. Words. Dana's in another
All right, imposter, have a good
world.
night.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
We're so glad you're here. All right. So we're just going to chop that up. I probably don't need anywhere near this much. But we need enough so that we can put it in a bowl so Robbie can clean it later. I think the cilantro was supposed to go in with these fritters. I'm going to do it. It's going in with the fritters.
I think you're on a record taste for bowls, by the way.
Yay! I don't think I need this anymore. I think now we need a spoon. What's interesting about these corn fritters is usually when I've made corn fritters, the recipe calls for cornmeal, and this had flour instead. So we're going to see if it makes them too heavy when we make them. right, so we're gonna let that go. You'll sleep in for your bus. We don't want that. We don't want that to happen. Okay, what else? I have jalapenos, I've got that and that. I don't need this anymore. Okay, we're gonna let that go. I need to get another pan out because I miscalculated how many pans I would need. And I'm gonna put this back on this burner back here and let that cook and stay warm. And this is when I'm gonna make the fritters in, so we'll turn that up and get some vegetable oil in it. This will be for our scallops. Robbie loves it when there's lots of cast iron to clean. In my nature. All right. So we're gonna shallow fry these fritters.
We told Kanara telling stories.
That's right. Kanara was like, I may have to lie on Tuesday because I can't taste anything. And I told her it's fine. Lying is allowed. It's all about the stories in Food Fight. Tell me a story about your food. Darth, are you excited about Food Fight? We get to stream and we don't have to clean up our kitchen. That means somebody's got to get dinner that night. All right, while this is going on over here,
You don't get to eat with dinner with Mom and Kanara.
I know.
Seems wrong.
It does. All right, I'm not going to slice all of these, but we'll do some. And I have a plastic bag here because I forgot my bags. How dare I? Okay, these are going to go in here. I think this probably can just be down to simmer. And, oh my goodness, ICP, hello! Oh my gosh, welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? Welcome in. Oh my gosh, how is your stream? How are things going? I see how fabulous the ice cream shop is going. I'm so excited for you. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. My name is Dana. Okay, fam, thank you for that follow. My name is Dana, if you don't know who I am, and I'm a home cook in Northern Texas. Where am I? I don't know. It's really dark outside. It's raining. Goldfinch, thank you for that follow. And we are making scallops, but we're kind of doing a little southern twist on it tonight. So we've got some creamed corn going here. We're going to be making up some fritters, and then we'll do our scallops. We've got a nice cilantro lime crema to go with our fritters. And I'm slicing up some tomatoes. So that's what we're doing here. How was the stream? I'm sure it was fabulous, right? It's fabulous because ICP is awesome. I love those guys. I've met them, and I'm so excited. And next time, because Robbie and I were up in that area, and we're going to try and stop by, but that was at the very beginning of our streaming days.
Yeah, it would have been at like 11:30 at night too.
Well, that was the other thing, because Robbie decided he was going to drive for 17 hours that day. So by the time we got up there, it was late. It was dark. I thought maybe something would attack us because it felt like we were in a Stephen King novel. So there we go.
And will you guys
That's what
be
we're
in
doing tonight.
San Diego for TwitchCon?
I'm assuming we'll see you in San Diego for TwitchCon. Yes. We're going to be there. I'm excited. I want to hear everybody who's going to be there. I want to make sure that I am getting to see people. I think this creamed corn needs to reduce some. So
Hey,
I'm going to turn it up
Krem.
a little bit. Hello, Krem. How are you? By the way, if you're in here and you're not following Ice Cream Posse, make sure you get in there and follow. It's so fun. A lot of times it's at the ice cream shop and you get to see them actually working in the ice cream shop. How often do you get to do that and see behind the scenes and hear all the things? Hear all
Every
the
single
things?
time I want ice cream, Dana.
I know.
Every
I know.
single time.
I know. I can't believe that you didn't make it like part of our thing at the time. Like, let's go, right? Yeah, so make sure and check out. We've got Creme Delish in here as well, who has some wonderful culinary powder that I actually need to get some more of, and I need to talk to you as well. And I know I said this last time, and you called me, and I was like, "What? What do you need?" Because I'm a pain in the butt. What can I tell you? That's just what I am. Hello, Mother Funker. How are you? Welcome in. We're doing pretty good. It's finally, the sky is starting to lighten up, and it's not looking like midnight anymore, so that's good. All right, let's see.
And the power stayed on so far?
Yep, I want to turn this down because I'm sure this is super, super hot. All right, we're going to try. I want these to be kind of flat-ish, but that may not happen, Robbie. They may be whatever
Is that so they
shape.
cook better?
Huh?
So they cook better?
Yeah, I need to get you know what, I need something.
Or are you just more of like a flat earth kind of gal?
I think they cook more evenly that way.
Okay.
So, let's see what we can do here. If I put it on the spoon and I kind of flatten it out, and then I put it in the oil, let's see how that's going to cook before I put another one in there. All right, so there's our fritters going. And I will start heating up my other pan for the scallops.
Hey there.
So, hello, woo! Stay. There we go, one of our contestants, Yannicki, for Food Fight on January 25th. We were talking about you because we were like, is it Atlantic time zone way over there where you are? See, these are cooking too fast. This is going to need to cool down some. I need something to take these out. Oh, I said I was going to take the scallops out too to dry them. I'm behind schedule. What is happening? All right.
Keep it together, Dana.
All right.
Atlantic time. I got it right.
You did. You're the man. You're the man. All right. Let's get these scallops out and get those. So I'm going to go over here and you won't be able to see me.
Dana likes to hide from the 5 cameras, guys. Makes my life challenging.
He'll find one.
There we go. Got a
find
shout
one.
out for you.
There we go. So make sure you give her a follow as well. I'm excited. I love to have new people. I like to have a mix of people on Food Fight. New people, people who've been around a while. So that is coming up if you're new in here. So Darth Verbaka and I started this something we're going to try and do like once a year, maybe more. Either of us have enough time for it, called Food Fight. So it's a bracket style tournament. See, he always finds me. He can always find me. And it starts on Tuesday, and we've got Kanara, and I know a lot of you know Kanara, and a lot of you know Dinner with Mom. Those are going to be our first 2 contestants on Tuesday, starting at 5:30 Central. And I've probably just burned this one to a crisp. Oh, dang it. Okay. Let's pay attention, Dana. Pay attention.
It's not completely burned.
It may taste okay, but not good for presentation for a photo. So let's try again, shall we? Actually, not on a wooden spoon. We don't want to put a wooden spoon in the oil. That would not be good. There we go. Still screaming hot in there. Come on, oil.
Very loud applause going on.
Let's try 2. Let's see.
So crispy but good.
Very hot. I know that water's gonna cool down, or that oil. Words are hard. Words are hard. That looks a little better. We just want that inside to get cooked because it's got eggs and stuff in it. So we got that going. So how are you, Yannicki? Is that how you say it? Is it Yannicki or is it Laniki?
I think you got it right the first time.
You are not the Instagram photo police. I'm glad to hear that, Suki. It's the corn fritters are making some noise because there's lots of moisture in them. Yeah, but Suki, this is a little more than just caramelized. Wait, there we go. Crimsy, thank you for that follow. Welcome in. Thank you for that. I got it the first time. Yay! Awesome.
So Suki, are you ready to help out Kanara on Tuesday, or will you be sabotaging Kanara on Tuesday?
Oh,
What are you doing, Dana? What are you doing to these fritters?
I'm making yummy, delicious fritters for all to enjoy. Like I said, the oil's really screaming hot. I'd rather have it a little too hot than not hot enough because then you get oily fritters. And we don't want oily fritters. No, no, no. And that cheese in there's so good because it's like cheesy. All right, let's put several of these in, but I'm going to watch them like a hawk.
Because the third try is the charm or something for Dana.
Here we go. It should cool the oil down too some.
That's true. Sometimes that's a bad thing, and sometimes that's a good thing.
Sometimes, yes. You like to be treated like a god, and you serve burnt offerings. I see. That makes total sense. All right. Woo! I'm gonna have all little burns all over me. People are gonna ask what you've done to me.
So it was all Dana. As usual, it's all
not
Dana's
me.
fault.
Come on. I want you to reduce too. Some. At least some. All right. We're trying to do two things here at once, but I'm not going to try and do the scallops until I'm done with the fritters because one thing we don't want to do is burn and mess up scallops because that is not a cheap thing. I mess up some corn. It's not the end of the world. But I love, look at this these little crispy parts on the outside. Those look good. And they are good, Robbie, because I tasted one. They're just not going to be perfectly round fritters. That's what I was going for, but that's just not going to happen. They're going to be very homemade, multi-shaped. That way, everybody can pick their favorite shape to eat. That's what I'm going with. That is what I'm going with. All right. Here. You want to try?
Is it hot?
It's warm. It's not hot anymore. Ow.
Well, it only took an hour and 15 minutes, and I got to eat some food, guys. We're doing pretty good tonight.
You got some food a little over an hour in. That doesn't happen. The angry rook you pick based on color. All right.
We do eat with our eyes first, Dana.
This is true.
Although I would argue sometimes it's our nose if the kitchen's smelling really good.
I need to salt my scallops here in a second. I don't think I'm putting anything else on them. I think it's just salt and pepper. I don't like to, like I was reading some recipes that had like bacon wrapped scallops. And while I enjoy that, I think then you just taste the bacon. Not that there's anything wrong with tasting bacon. I love bacon. But if I'm gonna spend the money on scallops, then I wanna taste the scallops. Whereas if I'm doing shrimp, bacon wrapped shrimp, shrimp isn't nearly as expensive as getting those scallops. I'm running out of room. Actually, I have run out of room. I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't need this anymore. These fritters are really good, Robbie. What did you think? Did you like it?
I would like some more.
Good news.
When that's possible.
Good news, Robbie likes them.
Bacon.
Huh? Bacon wrapped bacon, excellent. So when we went to the movies, they talked about, sexy bacon. And what I'd love to do is make like a burger, and like you cook the burger part of the way and cook the bacon, and then wrap the bacon around the burger and finish it off. And have a bacon wrapped burger.
What did you wrap in bacon like 2 years ago?
It was basically like a meatloaf that had pork and beef in it.
That's what made me think of it.
Yeah, bacon wrap. The bacon, what was it called? The bacon explosion, I believe.
Yes.
That was some good stuff. You know what was really good about that too? Was like the next day, and you could put it on bread, and you could make yourself a bacon meatloaf sandwich. Because I think that's what you did. I know your mom did, right?
There's a lot of bacon.
That was good, but you know, we did have our cardiac surgeon on hand. So you can't make it all the time.
Well, Darth, if you're still in here, another thing we saw last night was a place that had a 6-patty burger.
Oh yes, that was the Cricket place, actually.
That somehow had the option of letting you add a 7th patty.
Or extra bacon.
And extra bacon.
Just in case it wasn't enough for you. Price-wise, it wasn't too bad, though. It was $20. I mean, we've had burgers like 1 patty on a burger, and it's been $20. So I told Robbie if he takes one of those days where he's out walking multiple times, that might be a good option for him. All right, almost done. This may be the last round of these we need. Let's see. And then we can get going on the scallops. Because the pan is heated up. It has been preheated. So I was reading this book. It's a really simple book. You can almost read it in one setting, called Thanks 1,000. And Robbie, it traces all of the people necessary to get your cup of coffee, but he only could do about 1,000. So he was like,
he had to cut it off with 1,000 people.
Like you think about, okay, this cost me $3 to have, but then when you think of all of the things that had to happen to get that cup of coffee, including that coffee coming several thousand miles after being hand-picked, it's like, is $3 too much for a cup of coffee?
This is why I grow my own cups of coffee in the backyard, Dana.
Oh, you do you?
Right in the styrofoam cup.
I see. Styrofoam is bad for the environment, Robbie. Don't do that.
Hippie!
What? Hippie! Is Kanara here? Oh, you were doing the shout-outs for dinner with Mom and Kanara. Okay. Hello, Hippie! How are you? And hello, Raiders. How are you doing? We are making some fritters right now that you can probably see on here. Hey, Hippie, thank you so much for resubscribing. 30 months. We were just talking about how, like, 30 months is so, like, seems like such a long time. So, styrofoam cup treats are the best, though. I mean, I understand, like, it keeps your food hot or cold. I do get it. So hello, Danita, Athena Cat. Hello, welcome in, and DJ. So Robbie is here. Robbie, what's up? DJ wants to know why I don't have a drink.
Because reasons.
You're gonna try.
I've been-
again to make me a drink.
I've been busy.
I haven't gone to the liquor store to buy any more liquor, so we still only have the same things. Okay.
And Hippie, how was your stream?
Thank you.
While I distract from the fact that Dana doesn't have a beverage.
How was your stream? All right, let me salt and Robbie's gonna have to come find me while I get the scallops ready over here, because I'm gonna have to be on this side.
She likes to try and hide from all the cameras, guys.
Scallops. I'm gonna do some salt and pepper on them. And I'm gonna get some butter in here.
Athena Cat has their drink.
See?
Making
See,
me look
Robbie?
bad.
Can I offer you a drink? Can you play that sound effect for me?
I can actually.
I know you can. 'Twas a dark and stormy stream. Yes, we actually have a little bit of light. It looked like night in here.
There we go. Got
right.
Hippie's shout out going.
Look at you
Let
go.
me see if I can find you that.
I'm gonna stick that over here. We're gonna move this back and out of my way so I don't burn myself. Oh, but we don't want that over the hot.
Can I offer you a drink?
There we go.
There you go,
Yes, you
Dana.
may, Robbie.
Oh wait, I didn't know that you would actually want one.
Everybody
hiding
says
again.
I should
Stop
have
hiding.
one. Everybody says it. All right, so the scallops I'm using tonight are U15. Sometimes I do bigger ones. I like to cook with bay scallops too sometimes. But tonight, that's what looked the best. I usually go with what looks best. I almost switched gears today and went with pink Gulf shrimp because they had those and they don't always have them. But scallops just sounded so good, Robbie.
So did you have a beverage in mind, Dana?
I did not. You are the
All
bartender.
right, that's a recipe for disaster.
I don't think it's a recipe for disaster.
What random alcohol should I put in Dana's beverage?
Oh, what random alcohol should he put in my beverage, huh? All right. We want those to cook.
What goes well with scallops, guys?
And while those are cooking, I'm gonna get some tongs so I can turn them over. We're gonna actually start putting some things on our plates. Oh, I need to clean some stuff up because I can't do that.
Elser's
So-
here and has redeemed
Oh my
Puppy
goodness,
Cam.
Elser. Hello, Elser. How are you doing? Let's put all our fritters in one place. Don't burn the scallops, Dana.
Where did the puppy cam go, Dana? What'd you do?
I
with it?
didn't do anything with it. You said it's ready to go.
I know, and it was ready to go. Where'd you put
I
it?
did not move it.
Oh, there it is.
Is it where you left it?
It's where I left it, Dana.
Oh, that one didn't get very dark. Maybe we need to move some of these. Our butter got a little brown, but that's okay. It's all good. We're just gonna trade these around in the pan. So that everything gets a chance to cook nicely. Get that one over there. Okay. Let those sit for a minute or two while I try to clean some of this up super, super quick so we can start plating. Whew. Allergies.
Hey, Rocky, did you know that right above you on screen there's a whole bunch of scallops?
You get to enjoy the puppy. He does not always behave like that. All right, let's kind of a mess over here. That is okay. But I don't want to overcook the scallops. So let's get everything else on the plate and ready to go. Look at that. I have little scallops. Then we're going to put a little sauce in, dipping sauce in. Get some fritters in there. On there. Yeah. All right.
Hey, Rocky.
I think
You wanna help
we're
me
going
make
to
her a
turn
drink?
these off because I
No?
think they are done. We've got our creamed corn. Woo. Robbie had a reprieve from Puppy Cam there from making my drink. Actually, I need to taste this because this may need salt because I don't think I put salt in it. Nope, it does not. It's actually really good. I wish this had reduced down so it was a little bit creamier and less watery. I think next time less kernels, more grating. All right. Tossing these. Robbie's over there working on a cocktail real quick while I'm getting us plated up for some food. Maybe we give him a reprieve from that. And there we go. I'm going to get the rest of these out of here and set them aside for whoever decides they want more, which will probably be Robbie because he's probably pretty hungry. Let's see, I think our butter got a little too brown. I would have put some of that on there, but it's too brown. So there we go. Wait, let's go to the right thing. There we go. So here, so it's the right direction for you guys, is our fritters and creamed corn. Actually, you know what we need to do? We need to put a little bit of this over here. We want some color, right? So some of that goes with the creamed corn. We also have some pickled onions over here to go with it. And it said a little basil, so we'll put that with our tomatoes over here. And if not, I chopped up these tomatoes. We'll just throw the rest of it in there. This is fresh. And so we've got our cilantro lime crema with our spicy corn fritters. And we've got some pickled red onions along with some tomatoes and some basil. And we've got our creamed corn and our scallops. So there we go. How come I didn't turn that one around so you guys can see it better? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? You're getting hungry watching this. Looks good. Thank you. Too expensive. Well, I buy them, like I just was in the mood for them, and I tried to do it only when they're on sale. So there is that. And I hope that they are done right. They feel like they are. Like they're not overdone. Because there's nothing worse than that. All right, so what do we have in here? Campari and La Marca. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. I get some bubbles. who was it, Mrs. Ruby? Do you guys know Mrs. Ruby? She was talking about how nobody can really like Campari and Negronis and all of that stuff. What do you think, Robbie? Does it look good?
Looks really good. When do I get to eat it?
You get to eat it right now. How's that? You want to eat right now?
I take pictures of the food just so I can eat it, guys.
He knows nobody can eat until pictures are taken. All right. This is the first time I've used these little scallop shells in a long, long time. My mom, they were my mom's. My mom would
did
make
you
a
answer
crab
Bubbles?
salad. Huh?
Bubbles.
Bubbles, Campari, and Prosecco. So kind of almost like an Aperol spritz, you know, because I really love the taste of Aperol spritz. I think Robbie prefers limoncello spritz.
Yes.
Cooked perfectly.
Perfect. Practically melts in your mouth, chat.
All right. And the corn is good. I'm not sure I understand the red onions, but the pickled red onions, but let me try it. Just following a recipe.
I kind of like it though. Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful not to break the shell.
That's why I'm gonna pick mine up with my fingers. So there's the inside of it. See, it's kind of gooey because we've got some cheese in there. So that's not that it's undercooked. That's the cheese melting in there.
I got it.
I like the corn fritters.
I
They're
like
good.
the dog in the background just hanging out. Totally understand, Hippie.
All right, Hippie.
I already got an early
Go
start on our
obey.
dishes.
Go obey. Do we see dog
Oh yeah,
here?
he's there.
He's waiting for some food. Oh my gosh, that like just fell apart.
I feel like Rocky's that whole like when you see it type of thing in the picture.
When you see it. So good. And there's more scallops. Because I figured you
Not
would
for
be.
long.
All right, who? Look at that, Robbie. We're done. I made up for the 4-hour stream last time.
Well, I'm glad because you're going to be back on in less than 48 hours.
We're going to be doing food fight. Food fight. So those of you that rated in, food fight. We've got with Darth and I, and then we are hosting Kanara and Dinner with Mom, who are going to be fighting it out to move on to the next round to see who wins or who is going to, is it Steve and Zero the next week?
Unless we have to mix stuff up.
Something.
But yes, they will be competing the week after.
So, but Chef Steve and Zero Brew will be on the following week, which is the 11th, right? I think it's the 11th. And then we have Aspie. Everybody knows who Aspie is, right? So she's excited, or, you know, they're excited to be on, and they're going to go against Mama Huevos. And then on our final one on the 20th, and that's on the 18th, and then on the 25th, we will be doing, it'll be Yannicki and
Eat it, Dads.
Eat It Dads. So we're really excited about that. So make sure you come and
July
join
will
us.
have the semifinals and the final.
Exactly, exactly. Hello, Rocky. Let's see, who do we want to go see? Let's see, Kyle is on. Captain Rob's Adventures is on. We have Chef J. Tay is on. George is on. Who do you want to go see? I decided last time.
You're picking. I'm eating.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Eat It Dads. It's going to be fun. Well, make sure that you tune in, Pete Goody. So it'll be 5:30 Central, 3:30 Kanara's time, and 6:30 Darth's time, and it's always so much fun. We have so much fun, and the other part of that is we're raising money. You can just come and hang out. The Angry Rook, thank you for that follow. You can just come and cheer on, or Raz, give people trouble in there as they're cooking. Excuse me. Woo. Let me try that again. And or if you want to, you can sabotage them, and all of the funds will either go to the Trevor Project, which is Dinner with Moms charity, or we'll go to the American Red Cross, which is Canara's. So each week will be different charities. So I know Chef Steve and Zero Brew, I think they're doing Starlight, or it could be St. Jude's. This could be one of them.
It's going to be St. Jude's.
It's going to be one of them.
And if you don't have funds to help out, that's fine. Your support is still needed because the vote at the end of the stream matters.
Because there's voting. You guys, so Darth and I, we grade people on their secret ingredients that they have to use, that they know a week ahead of time to make sure that they have them. We spin a wheel, so they have to make it fit whatever we spin the wheel to. So it could be anything like the kind of meal they're making to an element that has to exist in the meal, like does it need to be rolled or something needs to be layered. They are judged on plating, and then also on their storytelling on how good their dish is. So make us believe it, because Canara's like, I can't taste anything. So I'm like, doesn't matter. You can just tell a story and make me believe it. So those are the criteria, but we actually, so we get a vote from, you guys get a point as well in the voting, and then that actually swayed one of our rounds last time. Chad actually made the final decision on it, because Darth and I had everything was tied. So anyway, so it matters. So come and join and vote as well and enjoy it. It's just a lot of fun, and it's very, very creative. So, all right. So why don't we go see? Why don't we go see? Do we want to go see grilled chicken flatbread? I don't know what George is cooking. We could go see George. Let's go see Chef Tay, or Chef Jay.
Spell for me, please.
Chef. Jay.
Tay.
Tay.
Cool.
Let's go see Jeff J. Tay. And everybody, thank you so much. Thank you for the raids, and thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Words are hard, megabytes. I absolutely, should I sing it? Words are hard. It's easier to sing. Bones John, thank you for following. And thank you for being here, Michael. Thank you for being here, Michael. All of you, thank you so much for being here tonight for us while we made this. I know words are hard. And go out to the world. Be the fabulous, wonderful, human, awkward, weird human being that you are, and take some kindness with you, because we need more kindness out in the world. I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys on Tuesday.